Day 36 in a third world prison. I'm still living with diarrhea, but they are giving me little white pills to take multiple times a day. The first pill I take is in the morning at 6 a.m. It's like a little white pill and a medium yellow pill. That's all the information they'll give me. So I have no idea what this medication is. They won't tell me. Um, I start the day still with loose stool. So brown liquid. I'm living off of soda crackers right now and drinking water with electrolytes. And then around the lunch/dinner time, I just take a scoop of rice and beans, and then I pick the beans out and just slowly eat the rice. Um, so yeah, I wrote in my journal, it came to me at 5 a.m. Sovereignty, sovereignty. At 7 months pregnant, I was unmarried, and I legally left an abusive environment, a very toxic home. I relocated to California, and I was taken in and got help from a Sacramento-based domestic violence safe house. I gave birth to my baby in Sacramento. I did the right thing by filing for a restraining order. Yet, a judge in Hudson County, New Jersey, and a judge in Santa Clara County, California, ignored the domestic violence and focused on violating my sovereignty. My civil rights, my freedom to move and live where I choose were violated. They violated my constitutional rights. By overstepping their roles and trying to force me to move and live somewhere that was unsafe and I did not want to live. Taking away my freedom led to abusing my child, led me to also losing everything. I'm so humbled by this life. It's amazing to me how humans can behave. I think about the lawyers that got involved in my case early on, a lawyer that worked at a domestic violence nonprofit, and another lawyer that she enlisted to help me in my case. Unfortunately, this other woman, this other lawyer, I'll say lawyer two, it was very clear that she was being forced to represent me when after I got my domestic violence restraining order and we were preparing for my trial. Both of these women made horrible mistakes that has cost me dearly. That second lawyer kept trying to get out of representing me literally a day, if not 2 days, before a scheduled court hearing. This lawyer, lawyer two, did not fight for my daughter and I. She failed to get us child support and didn't help me move my case to the correct county that it should have been in. It was started in the wrong county. I was horrified when I saw that lawyer two was even starting to show solidarity with not mine, with the abuser and his unethical lawyer. This lawyer that was representing me was not prepping me appropriately before court hearings or submitting responses to the abuser's court filings within enough time. I have so much resentment and ill will towards these two women. I point blank told the first lawyer why I needed help, and that lawyer too was making things worse for me. And she seemed to just throw her hands up in the air. It was very clear to me that lawyer two that was representing me had no domestic violence training. I'll never forget when we were on a one-on-one call, and this lawyer literally told me, why didn't you just leave after the first time you were sexually assaulted in that relationship? I felt like it was literally like what they say to people who report rape. They always ask, well, what were you wearing? Well, what time was it? AKA victim blaming. I was alone in a domestic violence safe house with a newborn, and the abuser was making $500,000 a year and living in a luxury condo in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom all by himself, providing me minimal to no financial support. And then on top of that, to have to live through the abuser's family openly threatening me. I just have so much anger and frustration towards these people who have shown so much incompetence and have been so sloppy, and what is the impact that it's had on my daughter and I. On this day, I started expressing frustration with myself. I just so regretted the things that I wish I could have done differently. Even the shame that I felt and I lived with during this time when I was in the abusive relationship, and how it played such a huge role in my silence and ultimately the fear that I carried with me, that it even made me doubt myself that I could make a safe decision. And then just the cascade of decisions that led to where I am that day, my 36th day in a third world prison, and having no idea about the welfare and safety of my 2-year-old daughter. Day 37 in a third world prison. I woke up as usual with loose stool, so I still have diarrhea, but I take more medication. Around 7:30 a.m. this day, I find out that I will be leaving today for court. What? So I have to travel back to Punta Gorda, which is approximately, if I can remember correctly, a 5-6 hour drive from where the Central Belize prison is. Deep breaths, Julie. Stay focused. Trust that God is with you through this process. So, it is day 37, and I find out that I am going to Punta Gorda for a court hearing. I've been given no notice, no warning that this is happening, but apparently the lawyer that I met with once and my cousin ultimately hired has scheduled a hearing. So this hearing, basically, I was expecting my hearing to be approximately in the next 10 days, but this lawyer was able to schedule an earlier hearing. The challenge with this is I'm not allowed to take anything with me. So any of the books that I have, my Journal to Freedom book, I can't bring that. My journal, I can't bring that. Anything that's in my cell, the only thing that I can bring is the clothes that I'm going to wear out and a change of clothes. And the change of clothes, the bag that I have, they have to dump everything out and search through everything before I can leave. So I don't remember actually when the Punta Gorda police came